Hello, Ross Shrigley here with Plant Select in my garden, and I want to talk to you today about a fantastic plant. It's been on the market a long time. It's native to America, native to Colorado. There's populations growing just north here of Fort Collins. This is Liatris ligulistylis. And like a lot of native plants, it doesn't like growing in a pot. That's why it's not readily available on the market. So you have to know what you're purchasing and know that it's going to look like this, but have the confidence that when you plant it in the ground, it's going to take off and be happy and do exactly as you expected it to do. So this is a whole flat, and you can kind of see how it's leaning over. They're well watered, that's not the problem. They just don't like being in these pots, and so they kind of limp over. And just recognize that and buy them anyway, because what you're really buying are the roots. And you can see these are corms that these plants live off of through the winter time, and they keep it moisture going through the leaves in the summertime. There's a lot of roots on this plant, and these corms can get as big as this pot. This is actually a really small one, and it almost looks like a weed, but it's not. So you got to remember, in the following year you might have weeds in your garden that have this same leaf shape, but don't weed this one. So it's going to come up and bloom in August, and its bloom is going to come little buttons of fringed flower-like that are purpley or lavender almost in color will go up the stem. Monarchs are extremely attracted to this plant. As a matter of fact, every gardener I've ever spoken with that has used it says that it's the most magnetic garden plant for butterflies, and especially monarchs. And as you know, monarchs, there was a proposal to put them on the endangered species list, so they need all the help they can get. So buy a whole bunch of these. Buy them in the springtime, because around late July, garden centers do not like to have these in their pots anymore because they just don't look good and people don't buy them. You have to know that you're buying these roots and these corms at the bottom. These plants definitely like sandier soils. They can also take a loam soil. They can be xeric. It's a perfect plant for a water garden, which means like in a ditch or someplace where you're capturing the water off from your roof and trying to keep it on your property. This is a perfect plant for that. Now out towards Lincoln, Nebraska, it grows to 4 to 5, 6 feet, I think even, but that's because it gets so much moisture. Out here, it may never get taller than 2 feet tall. It's important to buy these native plants and get them into the gardens, and if you don't buy them, what happens is they fall out of production, and that's why these are hard to find on the market right now. But Plant Select getting behind these should increase availability. Buy them when they're on the shelf, as many as you can, so that they keep going into production. So plant one of these this year, find out how much of a butterfly magnet this really is, and enjoy. Happy gardening.